I'm holding 50 million stem cells right here. I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution. All right, so we're in the stem cell clinic now. We got Armon and myself here. We're looking at the stem cells now. How many million stem cells are there?
It's 300 million. Okay,
300 million total.
150. Yes. Can you take it so you can show them to the camera?
So he's getting
Here it's
300 million, and I'm getting 300 million.
150 Wharton-Jelly and 150 placenta.
So there's placental, and what are the other one?
Wharton-Jelly from the umbilical cord.
Oh, umbilical cord. Okay, so we're going to do 150 million umbilical, 150 million placental, and what would be the difference between them in terms of effect?
Remember that the umbilical cord helps a lot for neurological conditions, and the placenta helps a lot for your joints and your muscles to regenerate those tissues.
Okay. So joints and connective tissue for the umbilical, and what is the placental again?
And placenta helps for tissues. And
tissues.
the Wharton-Jelly for
like organs?
conditions, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's the vitamin drip they're going to give us before we start the stem cells. And tell us what's in there.
Vitamin C,
Vitamin C,
glutathione,
magnesium,
alpha lipoic acid.
What was that? What was
Alpha lipoic acid,
Alpha lipoic acid. Okay, good.
complex B.
And what's the other one?
Complex B.
Complex B.
Oh, B complex. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Looks good. How come it's turning orange now? Because you're adding the different vitamins. I got you. Very cool. And how many mLs of that? Was that a liter? About a liter?
The milliliters.
Of the vitamin?
Yeah.
It's 500 milliliters of the solution, and it's the doses of the components. It's different.
Gotcha. Okay. How long does that take to put that IV in?
It's gonna be like your treatment for both. It's gonna be like 2
Oh,
hours.
oh, so it's done all together, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. All right. Those are the stem cells right there. They're preparing to put them into the IV, and we're gonna get IV'd. I'm gonna have some of mine done intramuscular as well. But are you drawing them out now? And that's, what is that, 50 million in there? Or is that 100 million? All right, she's gonna, what are you gonna draw a few cells off and put them on the microscope? Put a little drop there.
It's in B-roll.
Okay. And now we're gonna see what these stem cells look like under the microscope, which is, I think a lot of people are worried that, some clinics have stem cells that are not alive. So we're gonna go to the screen here and we get to take a look. Tell us what we're seeing here.
She's gonna put focus the microscope. Wait a little bit, okay? We're gonna wait.
Focusing on the microscope.
Es que está muy
What's the magnification of this microscope?
That's a really good question.
I ask a lot of questions sometimes. Sometimes the answers are not known.
That's a really difficult question.
It is. Probably says it on there somewhere. This is a nice microscope. If only they had this when I was in medical school.
They don't move, okay? It's just like the effect of the table sometimes, okay? They don't move. But this is the stem cells. This
Which
is
the little
stem
circles?
cells. Yes. Those are the stems.
So are they supposed to be moving or no?
No, they don't move. It's just like the effect of the table, okay?
Gotcha.
But they don't move, okay?
So now would you know that these things are dead or alive? What would tell you that?
They are good quality of stem cells because I'm gonna give you a certificate of quality of the stem
No, I know,
cells,
but looking
okay?
at them, how could you tell the difference between something that's...
Wait a minute until she gets a better angle on it, but this is not a perfect demonstration as you can just see the cell integrity. You're not going to get like a bioavailability report out of this. It's just to give you an idea that there's countless amounts of cells in the frame as you glance around at it. Like if you put a microscopic droplet from the bottle on the slide, and anywhere you move it, there's nice uniform cells. It's a pretty good indicator that there might be, hundreds of millions of them in the mixture, right?
But they don't move.
Yeah, the paperwork, what she was saying, the paperwork that corresponds with the lot and batch numbers on the bottles is how you get the recipes.
All right, so this is 100 million you're putting in?
Little by little, yes.
Little by little.
The syringe has 100 million, but I'm not passing all the 100, right? We're gonna do it slowly.
I see, so you just keep coming over and injecting some
Little
in.
by little, okay?
And then they got the vitamin drip that's dripping continuously. And every once in a while, they're gonna come over and they're gonna pump a little bit of stem cells in. So we're gonna do 100 million twice. So we're gonna do 200 million into my vein. And then you're gonna do an intramuscular bunch of them. All right, guys, so Armand and I are here now. We're hooked up. Our IVs are hooked up. You probably saw the process that we were going through. We have the Myers cocktail, which I was just informed by Dan that that's what it's called. With all the vitamins, the vitamin C, glutathione, the B complex vitamins, alpha lipoic acid in there, dripping into our vein continuously. And then every, I don't know how many minutes, they're going to come over and they've been injecting a certain amount of stem cells into the IV. And I just noticed after the first 50 million went in, I kind of feel like a little lightheaded, a little like kind of flushed in the face. And Dan tells me that's normal. So this whole process is going to take about 3 hours to get all these in. Now at some point, I don't know when she's going to do it, I'm going to get some intramuscular injections of it too, just into my muscles in various spots of my body, which is supposed to help with the heart, help regenerate the heart, or correct the rhythm of the heart if you have any issues. It's a relatively new study that came out that showed that, and I know Dan has done it on a couple of patients and got some good results of that, so we'll see if my ejection fraction improves doing that. And so far we're going to give you guys updates as we keep getting this therapy and we see how we feel. Now, Armand earlier today was in the hospital and got 20 injections into his spine. So maybe you can go behind him and show his neck. He's got some band-aids behind his head.
Yeah, and we rushed back over here for this.
So he's already gotten 50 million stem cells.
on my neck and lower back.
So all along his spine,
Down.
he was injected under anesthesia in the facets, right?
And then the propofol, they had to give me 4 times as much as a
Yeah.
normal person?
Yeah, I warned the anesthesiologist that she was not going to be able to knock him out. They didn't listen, and they had to give him 4 times the amount. They finally got him out, and they. How long were you under for?
I don't know.
How long did it take?
Hour?
It took an hour. Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it was
wow.
going to be like 10 minutes. So it was an hour worth of
Yeah.
injections he's got. So I assume you're going to be pretty sore tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, then they did like several spots there, several spots on my elbow.
Oh, you got some intramuscular stuff done too?
Yeah, and then my right shoulder too. So
Oh.
I don't know, maybe 30 shots in
Wow.
total.
All right. Well, you're
So I
good.
feel like a pin cushion.
You like that? Bodybuilders like to be big cushions.
Yeah.
All right, so he's already gotten a bunch of stuff at the hospital. Now he's getting his IV stuff. I'm getting the IV here, and I'll get a couple of intramuscular shots. And all told, I'll have 300 million. I think you'll have a little bit more than that, right? Probably 300 million plus the 50 you got already, or so. How many did he get in the hospital?
I'd have to break out his file. I don't know.
Yeah,
He got. Let me see here. He got
Like
200 in the spine.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So you
In the
got
spine, and then 50, 20, like 250. I think. Yeah, 250, and he's doing 200 now.
Okay.
he's gonna do 300 a week.
Yeah, 300 already. Okay, good. So.
well, we'll give you
Yeah,
guys.
that's a good threshold for the day.
Is that pretty hard on your body doing the hospital straight to this? Because usually people kind of break it up, right?
Yeah, normally we break it up because it's a little bit rush, as you've seen, a little bit of, like
Yeah.
it's a little tacky to also sit a guy in a chair longer than about 3 hours, so we'll break it up. But actually, clinically, there's no big difference. Well, there's no big evidence of showing difference. There is a bit of a conversation if it's better to use less volume, like more frequently.
Right.
Like, but they're talking more like, would you do 100 million every month as
Right,
opposed to
okay.
like 500 every 6 months or something.
Yeah.
I guess if you live down here, you can do that.
Right. It's actually
Obviously,
better.
if you're traveling here, it's not, you're going to want to get it all in one shot.
Well, some things you just want to. There's thresholds. You want to get up over things to make sure that's like an adequate dosing range, right? So some things you have to definitely use certain volumes.
One of the
to expect
challenges,
result.
maybe you can come a little closer to me. One of the challenges I think with the heart, from what I've been reading, the studies you've sent me, is that the stem cells don't stay in the heart. They have a trouble with the keeping stem cells. Even if they inject them right into the heart, they just don't stay there. So that's why the intramuscular injections seem to, maybe because it's a trickle into the bloodstream effect. Is that what I'm
There's a
understanding?
slow release effect to the muscles, but there's also a systemic signaling effect that's got a strong enough threshold when you inject enough muscles that those signals, are there signals that strengthen heart or strengthen muscles specifically. So if the heart's the weak link, that's where they hone into.
Gotcha. Now I trained my biceps yesterday, so the biceps.
That's where they're going.
They might go boom right into the biceps and then the triceps. We'll see.
Do this, there you go. So this is the bicep, okay?
Right.
That's the super area.
Okay.
Okay? Yes? Son dos nada más, ¿verdad? Okay.
And then you can do tricep back there too?
So we just bicep.
Why not? Why can't we do tricep?
Because of the number of the cells. Okay?
But can we divide it up so that we can
Yes,
do
we
so we can
can
do
do
some in
that.
the tricep, just so we can, because I'm doing an experiment. I want to see my arms
Yeah,
hurt.
¿quieres hacer el tríceps?
Y entonces, ¿cuál le vamos a quitar?
Maybe skip the calves or something like that.
Quiere quitar las pantorrillas.
Calves hurt anyway.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right, so now we're at the last stage of the stem cells. We're going to be doing intramuscular shots, which is going to help
Es que la vi.
activate.
Mejor ayúdame a subir un poquito, ¿no? La otra, para cuando lo...
It's going to help activate the whole systemic reaction of these stem cells, hopefully affecting my cardiac muscle. And we're going to try to do some, we're going to see if we get any localized growth too. So she's going to be doing some delt shots, some bicep shots, some tricep shots in the back. I think there's going to be some glute shots. So they're just disinfecting me now. And this should be interesting. It's not like I've never taken a shot in my muscles, so some people might be a little squeamish. I'm not squeamish about this.
When we turn when we do your triceps, I
Yes.
want you to show me like the most specific
Okay.
area in the muscle
Yeah.
that you would like to receive the
Yeah,
shot.
right
okay?
where they kind of meet in the back there. Yeah.
Es hombro primero, ¿va?
I should be
I'm
doing my
gonna
own
do
shots.
it. Try to relax, not put like strain in them.
Not my first rodeo.
You have a really strong muscles, my friend. One of the strongest ones.
Thank you. Doesn't hurt, so if you guys are asking if it hurts, it does not hurt.
El otro me voy a... Sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry. You can probably go all the way in with that. This is stem cells going into the muscle. This is not synthol, guys. Not testosterone. It's actually stem cells. The key is 10 shots throughout the body and the muscles. That seems to be what the research shows. Maybe I'll even put the study up to show you the research study that shows 10 intramuscular shots of these cells will initiate a systemic reaction. So, the owner of RegenaMex contacted me. We've known each other. He said, look, I need you to come down here. I want you to experience stem cells. I hear you talking about it all the time. And I was very curious because, you know, I'm an information provider. I really want to educate people as to what's going on. And I'm like, I can't be telling people about stem cells until I actually experience the real thing, because they don't have them in the United States. So came down here with my good friend Armon Adibi, and we're getting some stem cells right now. I'm getting IVs. We're going to get some intramuscular shots of it. And I'm going to let you guys know, does this stuff work or not? Honestly, you know, and I'm very, you know, connected to my body. I have good body awareness. I'll know if I feel better, if I have regeneration, if my heart functions better, if all my, you know, indices of health at 56 years old improve, I'll know that this was a great thing to do. So stay tuned, and Dave Palumbo will give you the truth in bodybuilding. Yes, we're here in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, but we're at a Cuban restaurant. And I figured while I'm in Cuba, eat like the Cubans do. So, I have chicken, white rice, plantains. You guys haven't had them, they're delicious. I have olives. What are these? Potatoes. With my chicken, I got a side with 2 eggs. Add a little eggs. I got this like black bean soup here. I don't know, it's probably got a name, I don't even know. Let me taste it. Very good. And we've been sampling different types of food. I really like what I got. Armon's got the ground beef there, the plantains, and what is it?
I went with the same thing you got, minus the eggs.
You didn't get the eggs. I boosted my protein up a little bit because I felt that the chicken was not adequate to provide me enough protein, so I got 2 extra eggs, which is about 12 grams of protein and some good fats in there. So I'm all set to go. We're having a great time here in Puerto Vallarta. Stem cells were yesterday. We're recovering today, a little bit tired, but feeling very good. What about you, Armon? How are you feeling?
I'm tired. I probably slept maybe an hour last night. I probably had the most extreme stem cell, just worn out, dehydrated, but I feel my neck and back feels better. I don't know if that's just a deal, but we're eating here now. We walked around a little bit, got some souvenir stuff, and we're beat. We're eating for our second time today, and this food's really good.
Stay tuned. We're gonna have a very good dinner video a little later today, and tomorrow will be the final day here, and we will sum up the whole weekend. Before we go into this gym to check out something special they're selling behind the glass, would you like to go get a tattoo at Low Life Tattoos?
Maybe get a picture of
This is the second rendition, or the second location. The first location is called White Trash Tattoos.
get a picture of like one of your exes on there, Low Life Tattoo. I don't have any tattoos.
Yes, I got a tattoo at Low Life Tattoo Studio. It looks pretty nice in there, actually. Let me see if I can peek in there. There's no one in there right now.
I'll smash my big nose on
it looks pretty cool. All right, guys, we made it to the gym. It's called Central Gym. And if you see that case right there, let's keep walking towards it. We got Dan here, Armon's with me, obviously. And look, Red Dragon Laboratories. They have their own case in the gym where they sell the anabolics. How funny is that? They even have their own Cardillo belt.
So you get your pre-workout and some test probe.
Yeah, what do you want to take today, Armon, before you train? You want to shoot up with a little testosterone?
About 5 ml of test probe in my
maybe a little halotestin?
A
little halotestin, yeah.
halo.
Very hardcore gym, I like it. Love it, love it. So you got water, weights, and anabolic steroids. How much better does it get than that?